Greetings, greetings, my beautiful, beautiful brothers and sisters. Yes, it is your girl, your big homie, TT, and welcome to TT Talk. I feel like I need some confetti or something going on up in here. Yay! Listen, first, we want to thank the APAP team for allowing us to use this platform to share the good news. Yes, the good news, y'all. I have good news for you. New knowledge, new information to implement in your day-to-day walk. Can we do that? So this is what I'm going to do. Y'all know what I got to do. I got to check your temperature. How y'all doing out there? You doing okay? It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. So TT going to have a little talk with y'all today. I didn't want to do it. I felt like I need to warm up to this, but it's been brought to me, and it's too close for me not to talk about it. So sit down, take a seat, take a load off your feet, because I have some questions. I do. And listen, when I ask you these questions, I don't need you to answer it out loud. Don't answer it out loud. I'm going to need you to answer it within yourself, in your head, because the voice in your head gonna tell the truth. The lie gonna come out your mouth. So just answer it. And if you're with your spouse, keep looking at me. Stay looking at me, okay? We don't want to give nothing away. Listen, first question, are you ready? Do you cheat? Yeah. I'm talking to you. Do you cheat? Have you ever cheated? Are you cheating? Now I'm going to need you to answer that. Cheat, cheated, and cheating is what we going to dive in today. I know you like, she don't even know me like that. How she just going to come out and ask me these questions? I have to talk to you. And remember, this is all coming from a place of love. It's love. Okay, so we got to sit down. We got to come to the table and we got to have a conversation, because we just doing whatever we want to do. And that's not the case. And you know what's going on? Everybody cheating, but don't nobody want to get cheated on. That's just like stealing from yourself. That just don't make sense, huh? Just don't make sense. We have to talk about it. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story. True story. You ready? Take your time with this, TT. Holy Spirit, guide me as I talk to your people, because this is serious, okay? True story. There was a guy. I'm dropping names, okay? His name is David, okay? Now, David was a wealthy man. He would be considered a rich man, and he had it going on, okay? So David was attracted to somebody else's woman. Yeah, he was. He was attracted to this woman, and he saw her, and he wanted her, and he got her. And guess what happened? She got pregnant. You know the story. She got pregnant. And you know what he did? Men. You know what he did? He had her husband set up because he was trying to cover up a secret. Yeah, he had her husband killed. Now, I know that made you feel good about your situation. You like, I ain't getting nobody killed. I'm just laying with her. But do you know it's a silent killer? You're killing yourself. At the end of the day, what you do to your body, it's a slow death. And believe me, I take care of it every day. Cheat, cheated, cheating. Why people cheat? Why do people cheat? And I realize that everyone has an excuse. We can always justify why we do what we do. It's easy. She don't cook. She don't clean. He don't do this. He don't do that. And so it's easy, once we come up with this excuse, it's easy for us to go out there and do what we want to do. So why do people cheat? Why do you cheat? I really really didn't want to do this, y'all. I don't want to do this. But you know what? I'm just going to assume. I'm going to assume that you just don't know. So it's my people will perish from the lack of knowledge. And I just feel like you are not knowledgeable. You don't have knowledge on what you're doing. So it's up to your girl to talk to you, your big homie. So I'm going to talk to you, and I need you to follow me now. I need you to follow me. So before we get into this, I'm going to need you to take a deep breath in and let it out. Let go all that mess, the toxins, the stress of the day. Just let it go and let me talk to you, okay? Let's talk about sex. Yeah. I said it. I said sex. We're going to talk about sex. We need to know the severity of sex and our choices. So I'm going to give it to you. Okay, this is 101 right here. Don't worry about it. It's just me and you. Every woman, I don't care if you was born in the Bible days. I don't care if you was born in the 50s, 40s, or the 60s. I don't care if you're white, black, purple, or green. I don't care if you was born in the summer, winter, or fall. Every woman, and it's a fact, and I'll stand on it, every woman was born locked up. Every woman was born locked up. Okay? And the only way to open up a woman is through the bloodshed. Yeah, It's through the bloodshed. This is how deep it is, y'all. Just follow me. Follow me. If you don't want it, turn off right now, because you're going to get the truth, okay? The only way that happen is through the bloodshed. It's the blood covenant, okay? First, we need to know the understanding, the importance of the value of the blood. The blood is the covenant, okay? There is life and death in the blood. So when you are having intercourse with that woman, every woman is born with this tissue. It's called a hymen. I should have studied that. It's a hymen skin. And then the only way to penetrate through that is through the bloodshed, okay? So when this happened, it's supposed to be for one man, one woman, and it was supposed to have been a bond for life or death. Blood is the only element in your body that has life. Okay? Blood is the only element in your body that has life. How do you find out what the diseases are? You got to do that blood work. You really want to know what's going on with that brother? Take him to the clinic. You can see if he got high cholesterol. You can see what's going on with that calcium. You can see what's really going on. Do the blood work. So it's a blood bond that we're doing. And see, what's happening is that you having this bond and this covenant with someone that's not even worth it. Do you know what sex is? Sex is a transaction, sweetheart. He's giving and you're taking. Let me say that again. Sex is a transaction, sweetheart. He's giving to you and you are taking from him. So ladies, who are you purchasing from? Who are you allowing? Who are you taking from? Men, who are you giving to? Something is coming away from you. How you just gonna give yourself to anybody? I told you, you the precious thing that's walking, man. You are the fruit of this earth. You got to understand the severity of your choices. And let me tell you something, sweetheart. Secrets is a slow death. And if you out there cheating, how was your life? How was your mental? It has to be a strain when you gotta duck and hide and tuck, and you like that ninja. You like that ninja running around here hiding and jumping off buildings. Is that the kind of life you want to lead? Understand what you're doing. So I'm assuming that you didn't know the severity of sex. You gotta just look at it this way. Who are you making transactions with? Who? And you know what? Before we dive into this, I can't believe I almost forgot this. I got to get a special shout out. God rest his soul. Dr. Miles Monroe is who I've been listening to. He has my ears at this moment. And I've been growing and learning so much. And if I am growing and learning, I got to let my people know, man. Y'all, I've been hearing crazy stories. Men just up and leaving their families. Women, y'all, the women's out here getting it too. Y'all scare me, the women. I be talking to the women. I don't even like being in the seat. I don't like knowing what I know. But God have me here for a reason. And if you are listening to this, and if you can identify with this, then maybe this is for you. Go home, Roger. Go home. Work it out. Let's talk about this marriage. Let's talk about marriage. Marriage is just problems. Anytime that marriage, you should practice every day with becoming one with your spouse. And what the enemy, what he's doing, and what I'm seeing, y'all, I'm seeing this. He's making your spouse your number one enemy. And we're falling for it. He's putting stuff all in your head. And see, with marriage, listen, don't get married with all that expectation, y'all. Because expectation leads to disappointments. Disappointments leads to division. Division leads to divorce. Come on, it's a slippery slope, y'all. Divorce leads to dysfunctional families and children. So you got to work every day with being one with your spouse. Let me tell you, love ain't going to keep your marriage. Love is not going to keep your marriage. Knowledge will. You know better, you should do better. Do we do better though? See, I know too much. I can't go out here and do what Lisa do. I can't do that. Because I know better. It's just like a kid, right? I got a 21-year-old and I got a 16-year-old, right? Now, what I expect from my 20-year-old is going to be different from my 16-year-old. Because at 21, you should know better. There's some things that you should know. Let's go down. Even with my 9-year-old. So if TJ go out and do what my 9-year-old do, that the consequence for him gonna be greater. Cause you know better. And the thing is we're comfortable. And I had a lady that called me the other day, and she was in tears. And the enemy had her where he was playing with. See, he's slick. It's a slow. And he keep planting that seed in your mind. He'll get in there, and he's gonna cause that division first. He's doing his thing, you doing his thing, and then that's that wedge. And then in the midst of this division, we justify why it's easy for us to just step out. Because everybody that I talk to, they have excuses, and some good excuses too. But do you know that sexual immorality is a sin against your own body, man? It's your own body, and you realize you keep doing that over and over and over, doing all these transactions with these women and with these men. It's gonna eat at you, and that's when your body have all of these eternal illnesses. And warning, somebody put warning across. Warning, stop doing what you do with your body. Have a cap. Have some value. Know who you are. You got to know who you are so you can make better choices. So we got to get knowledge. We have to have knowledge. That's why I'm here. Because if you continue to move on, and some of you don't know. Your mama was a hoe. You know what I'm saying? She was telling you to do your little thing. She was telling you how to get that money. Daddy wasn't even there. This is real talk. Daddy wasn't even there. So we got all of these classes on everything, but we don't have nothing on how to stay married, how to raise children. No guidance. No guidance. So we all out here trying to figure it out. And I get it. I get it, y'all. It's tough. It's tough. But you gotta know. And sometimes when we talk about it, it can be a little rough. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Marriage. What is going on with the marriage these days, y'all? Everywhere I go, when I sit and I have a conversation, I was just on the way here and scrolling and saw that somebody was getting a divorce. She said, I never thought this was coming. What is going on with do you realize that we are under attack? Do you realize the enemy is not your spouse, it's the world? Do you realize what you're doing are affecting your children? The kids. But we're so selfish. We're just thinking about ourselves. And we run off. It's easy. It's easy to just leave. You get the result. Marriage is time. It's years. You know, I heard studies say that you're not married until you're married for 25 years. And I believe that. I'm going on 16. I've been with my husband for 18 years. And I feel like we're now being able to come together. Them 20s and them 30s was rough. We both were trying to find ourselves. But we kept, you know what? This is the perfect example. Let me give it to you. Because you know I got to give it to you. Okay, let me give it to you. He said, look at it this way. Okay. You treat marriage like your job. Okay? So the business ain't got nothing to do with your personal issues you got going on. Okay, so you go to the work, you go to your job, and you get into it with your coworker, right? Yeah, it happens. It happens. You get into it with your coworker, so you ain't talking to them. I don't want to talk to you. She got on my nerves. She said what she said. I ain't saying nothing to you. So the environment is a little awkward. So you don't talk, but you keep coming. You keep coming to work. You keep showing up because number one, you need the money. Okay, so you're gonna keep showing up. But you keep showing up, and then you meet at the water fountain. And she said, good morning, good morning. And then a couple weeks later, you sitting at the desk, and you be like, girl, I'm out of staplers. Can I borrow your stapler? And so she hand you the stapler, and then next thing you know, you go and y'all take a lunch together, and y'all sitting up having lunch together again. That's just like your marriage. Sometimes you just got to keep showing up. Sometimes you may not work through that problem. Keep showing up. It has nothing to do. Look, the Bible says marriage is honorable, not you. The marriage, the institution is honorable, not you. Okay? So keep showing up. Keep working through it. I mean, y'all listen. Shout out to the parents who raising teens right now. It ain't no joke out here. Okay, especially if they driving. My son hit a curve yesterday. Oh, sorry. But shout out to them. I get it. It's rough. It's rough. So anything that you do in life is going to be a fight. You got to fight to get up to go to your job every day. You got to fight to keep your sanity. You got to fight with them bill collectors every month. Darn bill collectors need to take a vacation. Okay. But it's a fight. It's a fight. Who you fighting with? Yourself? You fighting with your spouse? You fighting with your children? Life is about the fight. You got to fight against those urges. And sometimes, y'all, like I said last week, it be so close. You be like, it got to be a yes, but it's a no. And one thing I know about sin, It drains you slowly. It's a slow drain. I can see it all in your eyes. It's a slow wear and tear. So why do people cheat? I don't know, y'all. I don't know why people cheat. I don't know. You thought I had an answer for that. I don't know. I'm going to say that we do what we do, but because we don't know the severity of our choices. And everything that we're doing is it's a selfish act. Because who's getting the fulfillment at the end of the day? Who's getting the fulfillment? It's you, right? You're not thinking about your choices. You're not thinking about how it's going to hurt your wife or your husband or your children or the people around you. We're going through a divorce in our family, and it's awkward, and it's hard. It's hard to see my family members that way. It's a hard thing, and now there's regret. I told you there's pain in that regret. Now it's regret. I shouldn't have did what I did. I shouldn't have made the choices that the devil had in my mind. And look at you. Y'all, we got to do better. We have to do better with what we do with our body. So if you can identify yourself, identify it. It's your day-to-day walk that you have to work on. You know what I'm saying? It's the day-to-day of the everyday stressors, man. I rip and run so much, y'all. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I had to be prepared for that mentally. And then there's constantly distractions in life. It's so many distractions, y'all. And culture makes it easy. It makes it easy for us to do whatever we want to do, y'all. We can't do that. You cannot do that, okay? There is a price to pay. The secret lifestyle y'all living, it's a slowly killer. So let me finish this story, right? So remember I was telling you about David. Now, this is a story in the Bible. We're talking about King David, okay? Some of you know, some of you don't know. Okay, so let me tell you. So he gets the girl pregnant. Okay, so he's trying to cover it up, right? He's trying to cover the sick. Could you imagine the stress level? Okay, so he got the men all over his house. They partying, he feeding him, and he trying to get him to lay with his wife. And anyway, he set him up and he get killed. All right, so God knew what he did. See, God knew what he did. So when he found out that God knew what he did, he started praying. Yeah, that's what we do. He started praying. And God said, you know what? I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to kill you. But I am going to kill your child. And I'm not saying that's your story, but that's how I went in the Bible. He took his child, and you know what? I was reading the Bible, right? I should have had some popcorn. Okay, I should have had popcorn. That's how deep it is. When y'all read this Bible, let me tell you, it is juicy. And them Israelite people is a mess, child. They are a mess, a pure mess. They just couldn't get it together. They couldn't get it together. You know, they were saying that, Tish, you are an Israelite. I don't want to be them people. Okay, the whole time he had to kill his son just to get us together. Yeah. Anywho, so he went to praying. Right, so he's praying to God, and he's fasting, right? And I'm reading, and I'm like, oh my God, Lord, please don't take the man's son. He messed up. He's sorry. Have grace and mercy. No, he had grace and mercy on him, but he took his child. That was the results of his action. So I'm telling you, I'm not saying that your child gonna die. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that there is a price to pay when you constantly sin against your own body. Okay? So we got to know the importance of the bloodshed. Why? Why were women born locked up? Why? You got to think of why. What was the purpose of that? So we know the importance of the marriage and the blood covenant and why the blood covenant is in place, because it was for one woman and one man from life to death. And it's a marriage for life to death. And it ain't easy. So that goes back to, you got to be careful with who you choose to have that lifetime commitment to. And everybody's in a hurry. And you allow people to put pressure on you. You know what? That happened to me one time. I got pregnant, right? I was young. I was on my own, but I had it on me. And I upped and I got married, and it wasn't the right thing to do. And you got to live, and you got to live, and you got to learn. So I learned from that, and thank God with the husband that I'm with now. Hey, Rashad. He's awesome. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know how to pick and choose and take them through the seasons. Take them through the seasons, sis. Take them through the seasons, bruh. See how she get down in the summer. See what she hitting like in the summer. What's she doing in the winter? How is she when she get upset? How is she when life decides to turn up? And disruptions and distractions. Know who you getting involved with, y'all. Man, this was good, right? Yeah. It was good. You ain't got to say that. It was good. It was good. Listen, God loves hymns, some yous, and I do's too's. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, y'all. I really appreciate you allowing me to pour this sweet tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. Y'all tune in next week and see what God gonna do. Because you know I have no idea. But this I do know. He will meet you right where you are. I don't care what you're going through in life. I don't care what decisions you made. I don't care the funk you in. I'll pay that for at the cross. You got to start working on yourself. Okay? That's going to be the thing. I'm going to say this every time. You don't want to hear it. Don't listen. You have to work on yourself. And the only way this is going to work is I'm going to try my best to be honest with you. And I'm going to need you to be honest with you too. Okay? All's forgiven. But there is a price to pay. Okay? Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop it today. You're better than that. Know your value. Know your worth. You are, what's it say? You are special. You are smart. You are beautiful. You are all that. Now you go out there and you live a blessed life. Mwah. Bye.